Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak today, Rigathi Gachagua has sent 5 serious warnings to Ndindi Nyoro. And those warnings are well calculated, and actually Gachagua has done them strategically. Now, why are these warnings happening to Ndindi Nyoro? First of all, let me give you a brief history about a leader from Mount Kenya region in a place called Murang'a County, Gatanga constituency. That is Peter Kenneth. Peter Kenneth, during his time as a member of parliament, he was the best performing member of parliament in the country. And Peter Kenneth did so well, which even actually gave him the motivation to go for the presidency. He felt like he's well known for a good type of job that he can do. Ndindi Nyoro Peter Kenneth moved well. He created some picture that was good. And up to date, I can say that without any fear of contradiction, that it is one of the presidential materials we have in this country. A leader we can count on. Someone who behaves as a leader. Whenever he speaks, whether criticizing or not, he speaks like a leader. So therefore, he's a person that I look at with a lot of respect. I see him as like someone who can be able to do well in this country. So Peter Kenneth is also even taken to probably be a running mate to Dr. King of Fred Matiang'i. But now Peter Kenneth made some mistakes. Mistakes that cost him politically, because he's now not in power in any way for not just this term from 2022, but also in 2017 all the way even to 2022. He was out of government. Even in 2013, I think he was in the presidential race. So, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman messed up somewhere. And as a result, he has missed out of any seat politically. And therefore, this is the reason as to why Ndindi Nyoro, not only by Gachagua, he can be warned. Why? Despite him being a good performer, despite him being a very eloquent, intelligent leader, he needs to be very careful on his political moves. I think that is one of the reasons as to why Gachagua actually warned Ndindi Nyoro. But I'm going to show you here on this video how Gachagua warned Ndindi Nyoro and when. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, first of all, welcome. Second of all, take a second to subscribe. And after watching, let me know your comments. Tell me something. Now, my number is here. For those who want to engage me, do it directly, and I don't mind about that. Also, for those who want to support the channel, the number is always open, and I want to thank you for the good gesture. Now, let me proceed. What was the first time Rigathi Gachagua warned Ndindi Nyoro? It was when he was in cabinet and in government as the deputy president.
If these young people are all dead, wamepoteza vitambulisho, wanalala kwa mtaro, wewe unataka kuongoza, utaongoza hawa, utaongoza nani? There will be nobody to lead. Let us first preserve this generation. And let us not be transfixed with the childish politics of succession, of elections. We have barely come from elections.
If you all remember, those who have been following politics, that there's a time William Ruto was preparing Ndindi Nyoro to be his running mate. And Ndindi Nyoro was moving across the country, though not criticizing Gachagua, but flashing money, 1 million every function that he goes to. Moving across the country with a chopper. Being described as a possible future for this country. Including people like Osoro, Farouk Kibet, people like Oscar Sudi, strong allies of President William Ruto. So Ndindi Nyoro was being shaped probably to check on Rigathi Gachagua, to ensure that Rigathi Gachagua is probably going to the right track. I think that's the time William Ruto noticed that Rigathi Gachagua is a bit aggressive and he needs to tame him. So he was trying to use Ndindi Nyoro to tame Rigathi Gachagua. Now, when Rigathi Gachagua noticed the game, he came out in Mount Kenya and said, these young politicians, vijana wetu hapa, mwache kutumika. That was very clear, indicating that Ndindi Nyoro was not supposed to be lied to. Waheshimu wazee, such kind of strong sentiments, we all know how Gachagua can put it. So that was the first time Rigathi Gachagua warned Ndindi Nyoro. Because Rigathi Gachagua clashing with Ndindi Nyoro, it could have been terrible, messy and with casualties. So it was the case. Now, the second time he warned Ndindi Nyoro, it was during the Obina TV statement.
Okay. Ndindi Nyoro?
Ndindi Nyoro is another great mind.
Okay.
And I have mentored Ndindi Nyoro for the longest.
Okay.
And once he puts his mind together so that he decides where he is, he has a great future.
Okay.
Yeah.
During the Obina TV interview, there's a statement that he made there. You can hear clearly that Gachagua is telling Ndindi Nyoro that he needs to make a decision. He should not be on the fence. Stop sitting on the fence. Choose either to be on this side or the other one. Decisiveness in politics helps. That actually, I can use an example of Osoro, who was completely stuck with William Ruto ever since, and as a result, you can see him still benefiting. So the fact is, he's telling Ndindi Nyoro, if you want to be with William Ruto, be with William Ruto. So that, when I'm coming to you, to Murang'a, I know who I'm dealing with. It is William Ruto or it is who. So in a nutshell, he has told him to choose his path. Acha kuwa katikati. Because that one can cost him politically. People can see him as a traitor. Because it's very clear. If you don't clearly state your objective, people can see you as a traitor. So in a nutshell, Ndindi Nyoro has been warned on not being decisive, to stop sitting on the fence. Secondly, after that interview at Bina TV, Rigathi Gachagua proceeded to Murang'a County. Ndindi Nyoro was not in attendance. And during that function, Gachagua said so many things. But let me first talk about the visit. The visit, and Rigathi Gachagua attracted crowd, including police officers who came to stop them. It was an indication that Rigathi Gachagua is having a lot of influence at the grassroots. And he was welcomed well in Murang'a. People were happy to see him, and he had his speeches made without local leaders like the governor, most members of parliament, but of course, John Yutu was there. That is the senator for that county. So we have to state it here categorically that Rigathi Gachagua was showing Ndindi Nyoro that even if you do not come to my side, I still have support here in Murang'a, and I'm able to come and campaign successfully without your support. So choose to come to my side, or I put a candidate in that position, but of which I think Rigathi Gachagua will not risk Ndindi Nyoro being his friend, and also Ndindi Nyoro being against Ruto as well. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, that was a warning that he was sending to Ndindi Nyoro, that I can still manage to campaign in Murang'a County without you and the governor. Secondly, when Rigathi Gachagua was in Murang'a and also many other parts of Mount Kenya, he stated it categorically that William Ruto is planning to come to the mountain through other parties. Wheelbarrows in different colors, blue to Jibebe party, red Chama cha Kazi, and these many other parties with that one of Usawa party, that one I think is it from Mwangi Kinjuri? Yes. So Rigathi Gachagua clearly said it that William Ruto is planning to sponsor parties to Mount Kenya, and those parties that is going to sponsor, it was likely that Ndindi Nyoro was supposed to come with that. There have been rumors that he was coming up with a party as well, and probably vie for presidency. So Rigathi Gachagua said it there categorically that there are parties that are coming here. So he was sending a warning to Ndindi Nyoro. I know the plan. So if you fall to that trap, I'll be able to expose you. Also, he mentioned the issues to do with presidency. He told Ndindi Nyoro that if you come for president, that means very well you've been sent by Kasongo. There are rumors that Ndindi Nyoro is Kasongo's, let me say it's William Ruto's, not Kasongo. Sorry about that. It is William Ruto's mole. But the fact is, I believe strongly that those people are not together. So therefore, Ndindi Nyoro, if he wants to come for presidency, probably been informed by his track record and probably the support that he has from across the country, more especially the youths. So therefore, Rigathi Gachagua was also sending a warning that I know if you come as a presidential candidate, you're also sponsored by William Ruto, because he said William Ruto is planning to bring presidential candidates to divide the mountain votes. And that is the plan. And of course, it's one of the plans of William Ruto. It's only that Rigathi Gachagua has seen it from a distance. But it's not going to be easy. It will be a war, serious one. Because William Ruto will seriously come with that and fund the people seriously to do such kind of things, most likely. And it's allegedly. Now, the other thing that he did is also to expose the issue with the bank. Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua talked about William Ruto buying a bank. And this bank, it's where it keeps money for housing levy and stuff. And many government transactions actually happened through this bank. And he alleged, he gave a hint that the person who actually helped him buy the bank, it was a member of parliament, probably from the Mountain region or his friend. That means very well that, people started maybe associating Ndindi Nyoro to this. Probably Ndindi Nyoro is the one who was behind this. Rigathi Gachagua was trying to pass a simple message. We know your history with William Ruto. We know what you are capable of doing. And now if you try, we'll be able to expose you. That is the simplest way Rigathi Gachagua sent warnings to Ndindi Nyoro. I don't know what's your take as far as this is concerned, but share with me in the comment section and let me know what you think. See you next time for more videos.